NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. This is Cordero Patterson. Remember, he won a ring with the Pats. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way, because we know that could be a dangerous tactic, because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run with Patterson. Devin McCourty brings him down. This defense for the Pats, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, it's Patterson. And some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
The Ryans throw into the hands of Pitts here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Patterson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Come on. You better bring it.
Here's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Throwing, Jones. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Jones sliding out of the pocket. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they've got it with a first down coming up. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second and 16. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
45. Mike, 45.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him to just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Check.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
And all the way down to the 35. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. That's a jet sweep. They get it to Foster. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, this jet sweep is so popular now in football. But, Charles, here's the downside, a turnover.
Yeah, because you want so badly to get the ball in the hands of your receivers. Let him try and create something. I think that when he took the handoff, he was thinking something big. Instead, he didn't feel the pressure, and the ball came free.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on 3rd. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Patterson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, it's Patterson, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. I got you.
Ryan. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man, the tight end Henry. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are going to get the football here at their own 23. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes. You can read his hands. And you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Jones off the play fake. He's going to look downfield for Henry. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Operating from the gun, Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. That is caught. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Now he steps away. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it will tie our game here in the third. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, this is Harris. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
For Mac Jones, accuracy was more his calling card when folks were taking stock of the 2021 draft. But he's got a big arm as well, and he shows it off there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Ratley, his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Pats add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Again, it's Harris.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Meanwhile, Ryan's throw complete to Foster. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Ryan to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. They go play action now. Ryan. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Oh, you got D?
From the gun, it's Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, Jones eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And taken at the 46. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing now is Ryan. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by J.C. Jackson, and the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that... And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 37. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Play action. It's Ryan. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Ready, Mike 45. Number 53, Mike 53. You ain't going nowhere. 53 to Mike.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
It's your time, baby.
So this will wind up a victory.